Welcome to the Mythic Forecast, a monthly transmission attuned to the archetypal and embodied energy shaping the season we're crossing into. I'm your host, Hannah Lucas Goldberg, and I am your guide into the realms of mythopoetic living, which is really just a fabulous way of saying I support people with living their most mythic, most romantic, most poetic lives. And in this corner of the internet, we ask, where are we in the pattern of life? What story is moving through us now? And how might I rise into the heroic narrative my life is calling me more deeply into right now? We are about to cross into, well, we've already crossed into Aries season. By the time I have re-recorded this video, we are already in the throes of Aries season. So let's go ahead and jump right in. We're already here. So this video is a little late in being posted because I actually already recorded it at the beginning of Aries season, which happened right around the Spring Equinox. And everything went wrong. Like the sound didn't work, and then I couldn't re-record because there's been so much construction going on and like tree cutting going on where I'm at, and I've been busy, and it's just been chaos. And it's been mostly lovely chaos, but also unexpected chaos. And to be completely frank with you, that is the energy. That is the energy. We are at the beginning of the astrological new year, Aries. It is the baby of the zodiac. It is a cardinal fire sign, meaning it is a initiatory elemental fire sign. And being that, it's like the spark, the ignition, the beginnings, the flint, if you will, of getting things going. So it is also getting us going, right? It's the season, and as without, so within, as above, so below. So if you've been feeling some pretty like intense, like charging forward energy, if it's felt a little chaotic, if it's felt a little angsty and aggressive, then you're in Aries season and you're doing it right, babes. So trust that, and trust that this isn't for forever. So basically, the beginning of Aries season came right on the heels of the Spring Equinox, which was also right during the Pisces new moon and multiple new years. We had the astrological new year, obviously, of Aries season. Then we had here in Bali, we had Nyepi, which is the Balinese New Year. The Persian New Year, Nowruz, was also happening simultaneously. Ostara, the Celtic calendar day of basically the spring equinox, was happening. We had many things happening at once. And also Eid was happening in the Islamic faith. So when things are happening simultaneously across cultures, it's like, pay attention. Something is happening. There is an energetic shift occurring because not all of those things happen simultaneously every year. The last time I remember things hitting this precisely, like within a basically 48-hour period, was back in 2023. So if you can go back and remember what was happening in 2023, it feels like there is a closeout of a cycle from there and a new cycle beginning. It's a lot, but it's also preparing us for what is coming. This is a very intense time. I know that so many of you are feeling it. I know I'm feeling it in my own ways as well. And I choose to live in a reality that is very different from what the vast majority of the quote unquote Western world experiences. I've made that conscious choice and phased myself out of that. So my reality looks different, and it's possible for everyone. But this is what I think is happening right now. We are being asked, what is important? What is genuinely important to you? And how do you actually want to live your life? Because if you feel like you're suffocating right now, if you feel like there's nowhere to go, if you feel trapped, if you feel like you're caught in the fear spiral surrounding you, surrounding the narrative that the quote unquote world is putting out there, you need to ask yourself, what reality are you choosing? And is that actually supportive of you right now? And that might be a very confronting question to ask, but I hate to say this, it's going to get stranger, it's going to get more intense, it's going to get harder if you continue to hold on to something that is not in alignment for you. Collectively speaking, the world is in a what we call in the tarot a tower moment. And tower moments are categorized by crumbling energy, destructive energy. Things that we thought were necessary are actually not helping us, are being removed left and right, slashed, cut, and center. It's the energy in the Hindu pantheon, the goddess Kali. Kali is the feminine goddess of time and of destruction. She's chaos energy embodied. And she comes to cut away that which is untrue. And she does it without remorse. And that can feel terrifying for those of us who have clung to narratives, clung to things, clung to beliefs, ideas, and systems that are actually out of alignment with our true nature. With true nature. So if something is being removed from you, maybe it's a job, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's something else entirely. It might feel very, very painful. It might feel very, very scary. But you're also being asked to trust that it's actually being taken away from you for your benefit. If you can allow yourself to grieve that and also feel it, but not cling to it and despair, you will find the next right step forward. And by right, I don't mean like you can get it wrong. I mean the most aligned step forward in the journey, in the story that's unfolding in your life. Because we have 3 ways of operating in the world. Only 3? Yeah, pretty much only 3. It's very simple. We can choose to resign ourselves to fate. Fate is basically like the life that you've been born into. You can't escape it. It's very karmic. It's very flat. It feels disempowering and like this is your fate. And it's like, well, this is just what's happening. This is my fate, I guess. It's a very disempowering narrative. You could also, however, choose destiny. Destiny is what you are meant for in your highest possible octave of living. Heroes and legends rise into destiny living. They escape their fate. They disregard their fate. They leave it behind and they choose the destiny path instead. You have to actively choose destiny, by the way. And that's where the third path comes in. It's free will. You have free will at any point in time to get off either of those paths and to make your own, choose your own adventure journey as well. That could be not really aligned to destiny or even fate. It could be a secret third path, that feels more like a quantum reality that may not have felt accessible in any other version of reality. So you always have a choice. You always have a choice. And if that feels confronting and edgy and that makes you angry, great. Pay attention. Look at that. Get really curious about why you are so angry at me saying you have a choice. That does not mean that there are not bad, evil things that happen in the world. I'm not dismissing that whatsoever. You do have a choice in how you engage with it and allow it to enter and affect your life. What choice do you wish to make? Do you wish to resign yourself to fate? Or do you wish to rise into destiny? Or do you wish to create a completely different path that just feels truer to you? And you'll know it feels truer because it will feel good. It will feel edgy. It will feel exhilarating. It might feel a little terrifying, but like it'll feel like an adventure. So Aries season right now is waking you up into your renaissancing moment. And the time is now. Time is now. And if you don't think you're ready, that's okay. But when will you actually be ready? You get to ask yourself that question. Okay, so the next few weeks we still have a lot of forward moving energy. Things might start to feel like you're racing on a horse. I mean, Aries season feels very much in alignment with the Chinese New Year, Chinese lunar energy of fire horse energy. Now, Aries is a ram, but it is a fire ram. It is still forward moving energy. It is still driving energy. It is intense. And all the planets are forward moving basically for the next, I think it's like 3 to 4 more weeks. What that means is you have no excuses to be held back. Like everything is driving forward. So give yourself permission to also move forward, even if it doesn't rationally make sense. But if it feels good, if it feels grounding, nourishing, supportive, energizing in your body, trust that and go for it. That is what this moment is about. Now, I pulled some cards ahead of time to see what else was coming through, and it was fascinating because it was perfect. It's perfect of what was coming through. First of all, we have, so the first deck that I'm pulling from is coming from the Shadowscapes Tarot. And this is very much a deck that I affiliate with Fae or fairy energy. It is playful, it is curious, it is full truth bomb level energy. And so the fairies mince no words. They live in an authentic reality, which is what we're all striving for. I think. Well, I am at least. And I hope you are too if you're still listening. Okay, so the first card to come through feels very much like a past card, and it is the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups energy is all about grief, letting go of what you think you have to hold on to and releasing it. But also, it's like crying over spilt milk energy. It's basically like, hey, like you can see in this image, it's a fairy releasing the image of like a fish in a fish bowl. And she's very sad. There's even like another fallen fish bowl beside her, but she's released another fish into the ocean. But then she's got another bowl with 2 more fish behind her, and she's just not even paying attention to it. And it's like, you're releasing this fish, which feels sad, and you're allowed to feel sad, but like, girl, you have 2 more fish. It's gonna be okay. So there is a little bit of like of grief, there is sadness, there is a mourning period, but it's also to say like this is not everything. Everything that you perceive as reality is not the full extent of the story and of reality. So what story are you telling yourself, and is it fully true? Time to let the untrue story go. Then we step into the present card, and I love this card. This is one of my absolute favorite cards, and it is the High Priestess. The High Priestess. And this is such an alchemical card. This card is all about stepping into the unknown and embracing it. Learning how to trust our intuition. Learning how to hold mystery in our body. Learning how to hold nuance and yearning. Not necessarily always doing something about it, but learning how to hold it. We are stepping into, we already are in, a deeply unknown experience of reality. This is unprecedented times. There's a lot of people clinging to what's known because there's so much unknown. That's a very natural way to want to move and operate through the world. However, what it does is it creates clinging energy. And when you create clinging energy, you don't allow for actual movement to come through. So the High Priestess reminds us it's time to get okay with unknown energy. It's time to feel still and present and safe in unknown energy. It's time to trust the mystery again, energy. It really is. It's time. See what happens when you surrender some of that clinging energy. And then our future card. What lies on the other side of this if you start doing that? The Four of Wands. Look at those unicorns. Look at them. See how beautiful, yeah? And it's a very celebratory card. There is life on the other side. There is a homecoming, of feeling at home in your body on the other side of this. And I love this too because it feels very much like a fire horse energy. They're unicorns, but there's like definitely horse energy there. We've got the sun up above. It's just a very abundant, homecoming, celebratory energy. And then when you feel at home in yourself and you feel at home in the world and you feel welcome energy around you, life will feel like it opens up to you in a way that you've not experienced before. I promise you. I promise you. Not that it's perfect on this side, but it is really juicy and playful and delightful. And then we have a clarity card, just in case you needed to sign your sign. And that card is Judgment. And this is a very celebratory card. It's not about being judged. It's not about what it's been made to mean in more recent times of being like Judgment Day. No, you're not here to be judged. You're here to reconcile all the parts of you that have been scattered and to feel whole again, to feel at home in yourself again. That four. That Four of Wands. You're here to feel at home in yourself again. You are here to be able to hold nuance and unknown in your body and not want to die, not feel like you're going to die. You get to be in your power again. Judgment is about that. So that's your sign of your sign. And if you needed sign your signs, then I pulled cards from the Rebecca Campbell Starseed deck, which I love. And we have the Lifting the Veil card, questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go. Let it go, babies. Let it go. And then the other piece that might feel important to hear as well is this is the Star Brothers card, which is Horus energy. Protection, loyalty, safety, trust. Like you are held, you are protected. Horus energy in the Egyptian pantheon is basically the risen sun energy. It is connected with Yeshua, with Christ consciousness energy. So you are held. Allow yourself to choose what is most aligned. Go for it. Do not hold yourself back any longer. Allow yourself to feel destiny timeline activated, adventure timeline activated, and leave what is not working behind. Let it crumble away from you. Let it go. That's very much the energy of the moment. Thank you so much for joining me for this Mythic Forecast. If you enjoyed this, like this video, please subscribe to the channel. They will be here every month, hopefully on time moving forward. And send it to somebody who you think might enjoy it. Because if you have an idea of what the theme is of each upcoming month, it does help. So may this message land sweetly in your bones, and may you charge forward gracefully, proudly, confidently. You've got this. Thank you so much for being here, my loves. Many, many blessings. Sending you many blessings from Mama Bali. Mwah. Ciao.